They are all in, and it's like all or nothing. They're really rolling the dice on this and assuming that they're going to be able to figure out how to do it profitably. And I mean, there were 6 million homes sold in the U.S. last year, so they don't need a giant profit margin or a giant market share to make a lot of money doing this, which is why they're all in on iBuying. I mean, $1,000 profit margin and a 1% market share of the U.S. home selling market would be billions of dollars in profit. So they're not really focused on the rental market. Maybe they should be a little bit more, but for the time being, they're really not. They really don't seem to be focused because Zillow has deep pockets. They could acquire any of those rental apartment sites that they want to.
True.
Whether the deal will be blocked is another issue.
Well, yeah. Well, it's interesting that they haven't really done much with that, and I think that there's a chance for them to do more with that. But I mean, Redfin only has 1% of the market right now, and they've made a whole business out of that.
Yeah, and I mean, Redfin, Redfin has nothing to worry about from CoStar. They're a completely different area of real estate.
True.
They're disrupting the brokerage market, which is an area that I have said for years is begging to be disrupted. The 6% sales commission when you're selling a house is still the industry standard. They're really undercutting that by a lot. And I mean, Americans spend over $100 billion a year on real estate commissions, title insurance, origination fees. They're trying to take all that. It's kind of like how Jeff Bezos at Amazon once said that, your margin is my opportunity. And that's kind of Redfin's mentality when it comes to the brokerage business.
Yeah.
So Redfin is a really interesting company that's also getting all in on iBuying, by the way.
but a little more cautiously all in, I would say.
Well, but you're right. And the reason they're being cautious is because their core business is not mature yet. You said they only have about a 1% market share of a product that essentially sells itself. They're charging half the commission of the competition. So they're really still focused on building that out. And like I said, the home selling market is $2 trillion in volume. So that is true on the iBuying side and on the brokerage side. So they're still trying to build out the brokerage side. They're not like Zillow, yes, where their core business is really mature and they see limited growth potential ahead. So they're not quite as all in. But there's very little overlap between what Redfin does and what CoStar does. So out of the two, I definitely say Redfin has a lot less to worry about.
True. Although Redfin is looking more into their traffic has gone up in recent months, and so they're very aware of the fact that their website and their app has become more important as a revenue driver than it was in the past. But yeah, their primary business is still brokerage, and they're still, as you said, they still haven't covered the whole country yet. They roll out market by market, and they've been pretty cautious about that. And they've rolled out iBuying more cautiously than Zillow or Opendoor, because I mean they only have about 13 markets. Zillow and Opendoor each now have like 24, 25 each. So they've been much more aggressive on that.
Yeah, Redfin's in I think 13 markets at the end of the third quarter. They're tiptoeing in. One of these days, I actually want to just get a price quote, like an offer on my house, just to kind of see what it would be compared to what I could get on the open market.